Is
Doctored
this your
or
entire
not?
testimony today is on a doctored photo? You don't want to talk about the facts?
Okay,
The
so
importance of our national security?
you acknowledge
What we
it was
can do
doctored.
to make sure that the United States is protected.
Madam Secretary,
from
this is not a
violent
hard question.
criminals?
Are those doctored or not?
Sir,
Is that actually on his hand or not?
This is unbelievable to me that your focus
It's
is on
unbelievable
a
to me
photo
that you can't
think-
look at the photo and tell the
I
American
looked at
people.
the photo, but I don't have any knowledge as to this photo.
Okay, so it's been hanging out there for 4 weeks. You are one of the chief law enforcement officials in the country. What have you done to investigate whether the president misrepresented the reason that that person has been detained?
Sir,
have
we
you
spend our
done
time-
anything to try and figure out whether that was doctored or not?
The mission of the Department of Homeland Security is to secure our nation and to make sure that we're out there going after those that are the worst of the worst, the criminals, the bad actors. Abrego
Yes.
Garcia.
So the answer is
a
you've done
known
nothing to
terrorist,
correct the
member
president.
of MS-13, a wife beater and a human trafficker that should never have been in this country to begin with.
So, Madam Secretary, thank you.
Welcome back, patriots, to Right View Nation, where we pull no punches and speak the truth no matter how uncomfortable it makes the radical left. And today, we've got a doozy of a circus from the swamp to unpack. Eric Swalwell. Yes, that Eric Swalwell, the guy who had a questionable relationship with a Chinese spy, is suddenly the paragon of truth and justice? He's now pretending to be the defender of law and order? Folks, you can't make this stuff up. Let me walk you through the absolute meltdown that took place when Swalwell tried to ambush a cabinet-level secretary over a picture. Yes, a photo that President Trump tweeted. Now, instead of focusing on the invasion happening at our southern border, instead of tackling the fentanyl crisis killing Americans every single day, Swalwell spent his time badgering this woman over whether the letters MS-13 on a gang member's hand in a photo were doctored. I'm not kidding. That was the focus of this Democrats' righteous crusade. Is this photo doctored or not? Is it real or not? Swalwell kept whining like a broken record, trying to trap the secretary into a gotcha moment. She tried to stay on topic, reiterating that DHS is focused on actual criminals, securing our borders, and keeping Americans safe. But Swalwell? He was more concerned about optics than outcomes. More concerned about smearing Trump than protecting citizens. It was beyond pathetic. It was deliberately distracting. And let's talk about the person in question, Abrego Garcia. This isn't some innocent bystander. This guy has a rap sheet longer than Swalwell's list of excuses. Human trafficker, gang affiliation, domestic abuser. But instead of focusing on that, Swalwell went full CNN and made it about a single photo's font and tattoos. Let me say this clearly, folks. This is what the radical left does. They defend criminals, tear down law enforcement, and attack Trump, all while pretending to care about truth. They're not interested in safety. They're not interested in justice. They're interested in power. Period.
This time has expired. I now recognize Mr. Swalwell for 5 minutes of questioning.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. You have an important job. I think you have one of the most important jobs in the cabinet. Thank you for doing it. I want you to have credibility and be taken seriously as you do the job. And so I want to put to rest this question about Mr. Garcia and this photo that the president posted on April 21. Madam Secretary, you agree that the letters MS and the number 13 in Times Roman numeral font, that they are doctored on this photo, right?
Congressman Abrego Garcia.
No, I'm
a
just
known
asking about
member
this
of MS-13.
photo.
It wasn't based off of tattoos. It was based off an entire case.
And I'll accept
An
accept
entire
that
case against him.
for the purpose of this question. You agree, though, that this is doctored, is that right?
The same protocols that are
Madam
applied
Secretary,
to every
I want you to have
individual with
credibility,
law
and
enforcement.
I want you to be taken seriously. Is this doctored or is it not
Sir,
doctored?
I am taken quite seriously
Is it
because I approach
doctored or
my
not
job
doctored?
with the importance that the president has given me to do
I understand.
my job.
Is it doctored or not
One thing
doctored?
that's important to remember is that every single time a case is built.
Madam
against
Secretary, I have a
individuals in the
7-year-old,
same
a 6-year-old, and a
protocols.
3-year-old. I have a bullshit detector. I'm just asking you, is this doctored or not doctored?
Sir, the protocols in the case built against
Can you
Abrego
answer the
Garcia
question?
were exactly the same.
Madam Secretary,
I don't have
you're-
any knowledge as to that photo you're pointing to.
Okay, can you
I
take
don't,
her,
sir.
can you show her the photo? Walk her the photo down there. No, that one. Please take a look at this photo. It was tweeted by the president on April 21. It's been hanging out there for about a month.
So what is your point?
My question is, the numbers and the letter, MS-13, could you look at the photo, please? It's right in front of
Are
you.
you saying Abrego Garcia is not a wife
No,
beater?
no, ma'am.
That he's not a criminal,
ma'am,
he's not a human trafficker, and he's not a member of MS-13?
You vouched for Mr. Garcia when
You're
your team
vouching for a
said,
man
ma'am, you
that is
vouched
a
for him when
known
you said he was
violent
mistakenly
criminal.
deported.
Sir,
I didn't vouch for him.
I did not say
In that
He
photo,
should have been deported, absolutely.
It's so
There was
telling
never
that
a
you
mistake
won't look
to
at the
deport him,
photo.
and we will not be bringing
Was
him back
it
to this
doctored or
country.
not?
In staying here, if
Can you
he
look
comes
to
back
your
the
right
country, he
at
would
the
be
photo in
leaving
front
right
of you?
away.
Madam Secretary, can you look to the right at the photo in front of you?
I have seen this
Okay.
photo as you held it behind your head.
Thank you. And the letters MS and the numbers 13, are those
Is
doctored
this your
or
entire
not?
testimony today is on a doctored photo? You don't want to talk about the facts?
Okay,
The
so you-
importance of our national security?
You acknowledge it was
Do
doctored.
to make sure that the United States is protected?
Madam
and
Secretary,
from
this is not a
violent
hard question.
criminals?
Are those doctored or not?
Sir,
Is that actually on his hand or not?
This is unbelievable to me that you're focused
It's
on
unbelievable
a
to me
photo
that you can't
think-
look at the photo and tell the
I
American
looked at
people.
the photo, but I don't have any knowledge as to this photo.
Okay, so it's been hanging out there for 4 weeks. You are one of the chief law enforcement officials in the country. What have you done to investigate whether the president misrepresented the reason that that person has been detained?
Sir,
have
we
you
spend our
done
time-
anything to try and figure out whether that was doctored or not?
The mission of the Department of Homeland Security is to secure our nation and to make sure that we're out there going after those that are the worst of the worst, the criminals, the bad actors. Abrego
Yes.
Garcia.
So the answer is
a
you've done
known
nothing to
terrorist,
correct the
member
president.
of MS-13, a wife beater and a human trafficker that should never have been in this country to begin with.
So, Madam Secretary, thank you, Mr. Burnett. 2 weeks ago, your agency deported a 4-year-old American citizen in a stage 4 cancer battle. What are you doing to get him back to the country so he can get his treatment?
Congressman, this mother wished to keep her family together and to take her child with her. So as every single person is given the opportunity to, medical care is given throughout the process.
so it sounds like
And for this
nothing.
child, medical care was confirmed in their home country so that it would continue, and those treatments and whatever needs were needed to be had into the future were confirmed to be provided there before.
That child's home country is the United States. Do you believe you have a right to deport a U.S. citizen?
That mother chose to keep her family together, and that is what President Trump is focused on.
That's
making
not the
sure
facts of the case.
that- yes, it is the facts.
Madam
This
Secretary,
mother
moving on,
confirmed that she wanted to
do
keep
you
her
have a
child
right?
with her, and our families and parents are given that ability to keep their children with them when they return to their home countries.
Madam Secretary, do you have a right to deport a U.S. citizen?
No, we do not deport U.S. citizens and have not deported U.S. citizens.
Except the 4-year-old that we just
No,
referenced.
that mother chose to keep her child with her, and that is her prerogative, and the law was followed in allowing her the opportunity to do that.
So, Madam Secretary, I'm a former prosecutor. I have put people away for life sentences who are gang members. I don't need to wear costumes to show how tough I am. What makes me different from you is when I put those individuals away, I did it with the weight of the law behind me. And I yield back.
Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman yields.
I ask unanimous consent to enter an article from Fox 45 that states documents reveal a second protective order filed by the White
Swalwell even dragged in a second unrelated case about a 4-year-old child with cancer supposedly deported. But when the secretary explained that the mother voluntarily chose to take her child with her, Swalwell ignored it. Why? Because it didn't fit his narrative. These people don't want answers, they want outrage. They want to look like heroes while they let our country burn. Here's the bottom line, America. The Biden administration is failing us. But the Democrat cronies in Congress aren't holding them accountable. Instead, they go after Trump. They chase tweets. They harass people who are actually doing the job, like this secretary who is just trying to explain how they go after gang members and enforce immigration laws. And let's not ignore the irony. Swalwell, a guy who had a Chinese spy allegedly infiltrate his own office, is grilling someone else about credibility? Give me a break. The only thing Swalwell should be interrogating is a mirror. This is exactly why we need Trump back. Say what you want about his tweets, but the man got results. He made MS-13 fear the U.S. He empowered our agents. He stood with the American people. Under Trump, the border wasn't wide open, and gang members weren't treated like victims. Today's left doesn't want to solve problems. They want to silence patriots. They want to gaslight us into thinking illegal immigrants deserve more sympathy than American citizens. Well, not on our watch. So to Swalwell and every other grandstanding leftist trying to score political points off of lies and twisted narratives, we see you. And we're done being quiet. This is Right View Nation, and we're not backing down. We're exposing every one of these cowards, one hearing at a time. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with every patriot who's tired of the noise and ready for the truth. Comment below. Do you think Swalwell should resign? Because we sure do. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and never, ever surrender.